Good morning, students. Today I have explained subject Computer Studies, Standard 10, Chapter number 9, Problem and Problem Solving, Part 2. Last time I have discussed pseudocode and flowchart symbol. Flowchart symbol is terminal, input and output, process, decision, connector, flow line. So that is a symbol. And next, how to draw a flow chart. So today I will explain flow chart example. First problem, the fitting charge of tiles is rupees 10 per square feet. Now assume that the problem is to find the total cost of fitting tiles on the rectangle shapes town hall floor. So that is a flow chart. First, that is a solution. Area equals to find out a area. So area equals to length into breadth. And second, cost equals to area into cost per square feet. So first is a starting and last is a ending. Second, input that means length and breadth, and that input the data, that means input and output area equals to length into breadth, that is a process, and the cost equals to area into 10. So print cost, that is a answer, and end of the flow chart. So first input is start and last ending. So second symbol is a input, that means length into breadth, and next is a process, area equals to length into breadth and cost equals to area into 10. And then after again the parallelogram, that means a output, that means a print cost, and end of the flow chart. Next problem. So next problem is, suppose you have a very nice and round cricket ground at the city sports center. The authority wants to make fencing surrounding this ground. They also want to cover the total surface with a lawn. Uh, the authority wants to know how many meters the total fencing will run into. They also want to know the total surface area of the ground that needs to be covered with lawn. So that is a flowchart to find area and perimeter of a circle. So first and last, that symbol is terminal, that means a oval starting and ending. Second, input that means a symbol of paragram. So input radius, and then after that is a process, means rectangle symbol. The process symbol is a rectangle. So area equals to 3.14 into radius into radius, and the perimeter equals to 2 into 3.40 into radius. And then after that is a output, that means again use of symbol a parallelogram. So print area, print perimeter, and then ending. So that is a flowchart to find area and perimeter of a circle. Next, third problem. Mrs. Janvi has borrowed a loan of rupees 35,000 at the rate of 11.5% from a bank for 6 years. Calculate the simple interest that she will have to pay to the bank. So that is a flow chart to find a simple interest. So starting and ending symbol. Starting and ending symbol is a terminal. That means a vowel symbol. Start and ending. And then second is a input. So input is a P, R, and N. That is a parallelogram symbol. And next is a process. Process, that means rectangle symbol. I equals to brackets P into R into N and divided by 100. And then after uh, output symbol, that is again a parallelogram symbol, and print I. So flowchart is over. So that is a ending. So this is a flowchart to find a simple interest. And start to input and process and output and then end. That is a connect to a flow line. That means a arrow. Next problem number 4. Assume that you want to find out the youngest student among two students. The input in this case will be the age of the student. So that is a flowchart to find youngest of two students. So first is among two students. The input case will be able age of student starting, and then input age of first student, call it age number 1. That means age 1 students. And input age of second student, call it age 2. And then next is a diamond shape. Diamond shape, that means a conditions. There is a decision symbol, yes or no. So comparison age 1 and age 2. So left side age 1 less than age 2, and right side age 1 greater than age 2. So first age 1 less than age 2, that means print first student is youngest and then end. And then second is a age 1 greater than age 2, that means a print second student is youngest. Otherwise age 1 equals to age 2, that means both students have a same age, and then ending. So that is a flowchart to find youngest of two students. First is a oval, and last is a oval. That means a terminal oval symbol starting and ending. Second is a input, that means a parallelogram. And next is a diamond symbol, that means a decision. So that is a yes or no conditions. And then last is a ending. So that is a terminal, that means a oval symbol. Next problem number 5. Let us now try to find youngest among 3 students. So that is a also flowchart to find youngest of 3 students. Solutions, take the age of 3 students into the variable number age 1, age 2, age 3 and respectively. Second, compare age 1 and age 2. Does the both are age are same? Third, if the value of age 1 is less than age 2, then compare age 1 and age 3. If still age 1 is less than age 3, then first student is youngest. Number 4, if age 2 is less than age 1, then compare age 2 and age 3. If still age 2 is less than age 3, then second student is youngest. And number 5, otherwise third student is youngest. So that is a flowchart to find youngest of 3 students. Problem number 6. Let us further modify problem 5 to find out a youngest student from a class with any number of students in it. The step mentioned below can be used to solve the problem. So solutions, number 1, choose first student and whatever is age, name is minimum. Second, choose another students and compare his or her age with the one that has been mentioned as having minimum age. Number 3, if chosen new student is younger, make his or her age is minimum and discard the old student age. Number 4, if both the students have same age, then discard new students age and keep the old students age as minimum. Number 5, with the use of looping, repeat step number 3 and step number 4 till you get the youngest students. So that is a flowchart to find youngest of any number of students. Problem number 7. Let us now solve one mathematical problem. Assume that we want to find out sum of first 50 odd numbers, and that is we want to calculate the sum of 1 plus 3 plus 7 plus last is a 99 number. So that is a flowchart to sum of odd number till 99. So first is a start and second input number equals to 1, sum equals to 0, sum equals to sum plus number equals to number plus 2. Then yes, so is number less than 100, and no, so print sum equals to sum and then ending. So that is a solution of number 1. Assign value 1 to variable number and value 0 to variable sum. Second, add the value of number into variable sum. Third, add 2 to the value of sum. And number 4, if number less than 100, then go to step number 2 and otherwise print the value of sum. So that is a flowchart to sum of odd numbers till 99 numbers. Next problem, let us now have a look at two different ways of exchanging value up to variables. So first is a swapping with extra variable, and second is a swapping without extra variables. So first method number 1, exchange using one extra variable. First take two variables, say a and b, and store value to it. Second, take one extra variable c and transfer value of variable a to variable c. Third, transfer the value of b to a. Fourth, transfer the saved value of a saved in c to b. Fifth, print the value of a and b. So that is a swapping with extra variable. And the second swapping without extra variable. So first take two variables, say a and b, and store value in it. Second, add the value of b into a and store it in a. Subtract the value of b from a and store it in B. Subtract the value of B from A and store it in A. And number fifth, print the value of A and B. So that is a swapping without a extra variable. So that is a uh, problem solving from flowchart symbols. And next topic, advantage and disadvantage of flowchart. So first advantage of flowchart, it is easy to understand as it provides a pictorial represent of the problem solutions. Second, it provides a convenience aid for waiting computer instructions. Third, it assists the programmer in reviewing and correcting the solution steps. Number four, it helps in discussions of different method for solving a problem. So that is the advantage of flowchart. And next is the disadvantage of flowchart. Drawing a flowchart for a large and complex problem is time consuming and laborious. Second, as flow chart consists of symbols, any changes in the program logic will most of times require a new flowchart to be drawn. Number three, there are no standards specifying the details of data that should be shown in a flowchart. Hence, flowchart for a given problem, although with similar logic, may vary in terms of data shown. So that is a disadvantage of a flowchart. So I have explained number one is a pseudocode, second is a flowchart, and then third is a algorithms. So first I will explain what is the algorithm. In computer terminology, an algorithms refers to a step-by-step procedures for solving a particular problem. An algorithm is written in a natural language like English. Algorithm once returns then can be easily converted into computer programs. So that is a algorithm. So that is a route map. So next algorithm, how to use of algorithm. Now, so that is the solutions. Using the route map given in figure 9.18, you will be able to guide for friends step by step as mentioned below. Step number one, start from my home and take right and go for 300 meters. Step number two, now take a left turn and go straight for another 800 meters. Step number 4, step number 3, take a right turn and walk for 500 meters. You will encounter a 4 cross road with a circle. Step number 4, do not take a turn at circle. Instead, keep on walking in the directions you were walking till another 700 meters. Step number 5, now take a right turn and after 600 meters you will reach another cross roads with an oval shape and fountain in the middle of crossroads. Step number 6, take a left turn from at this junction and walk for 300 meters. Step number 7, you will be able to see my school on the right side of the street. So that is the algorithm. Your friend has reached your home and is now interested in coming to your schools. His or she calls you and asks for direction to reach your school. To instruct him and her on how to reach the school, you will be first need to have some route locations in mind. Assume that you have a route map as shown figure 9.18 to as is to you. So that is a algorithm. Next problem is solution for algorithm. Write an algorithm to find summations of numbers division by 11s within the range of 1 to 100. So algorithm step number 1 is starting. Step number 2 is take to variable num and sum. Step number 3 initialize the number 1 equals to 1 and sum equals to 0. Step number 4 check whether number is divisible by 11. To do this, we have to find remainder when num is divided by 11. Store the remainder in another variable, say r. Step number 5, if r is not equal to 0, go to step number 7. Step number 6, sum equals to sum plus number. Step number 7, number equals to number plus 1. Step number 8, if number less than 100, go to step number 4. And step 9, print sum. And step number 10, that is when ending. So algorithm is also a starting and ending. So now second problem, to solve the algorithm. Write an algorithm to find compound interest for given principal amount, time period, and rate of interest when interest is calculated every year. So algorithm, we know that a compound interest can be calculated using the formula ci equals to p into 1 plus r divided 100 brackets over n minus p. Here p is the principal amount, r is the rate and of interest, and n is the time period in years. So step number is the starting, and step number 2, take 4 variables p, n, r and ci. Step number 3, assign value to p, n and r. Step number 4, calculate compound interest using ci equals to p into brackets 1 plus r divided 100 and brackets n minus p. Step number 5, print the value stored in ci. And step number 6, that is a and. Next problem, solving algorithm. Find out the total weekly pay to be given to an employee based on the number of hours he or she has worked. To get a solution here, we need to know the pay per hour that is to be given to the employee. So that is the algorithm. We want to find weekly pay. For this, we need to inputs number of hours work and salary per hour. Step number 1, start. Step number 2, take 3 variables, number of hours work and pay per hour and weekly pay. Step number 3, assign value to number of hours work and pay per hour. Step number 4, calculate weekly pay using formula. Weekly pay, find out the weekly pay equals to number of hours work into pay per hour. Step number 5, print value stored in weekly pay. And step number 6, that is the end of the algorithm. So this chapter is over. Thank you.